these games, Chris, you know how it goes. Every one of these Bills-Chiefs games, we're asking if we're seeing anything, or do we think it will translate to another meeting later in the season, because they often have another meeting later in the season. And for me, the number of times they hit Mahomes and that completion percentage number, whether they're playing him differently, whatever, they had more answers in this game than they have maybe ever had for him.
Right. And, we hear Coach McDermott talk all the time about how the rush needs to be married up with the coverage. And I think the insertion of Maxwell Hairston, albeit still on a platoon-type basis, because he and Tre'Davious White alternated possessions on defense, and the insertion of Jordan Hancock in the secondary has brought an enormous amount of speed and athleticism to that group on the back end. I think it's only a matter of time before Hancock and Hairston are full-time starters back there. They just need more experience with each passing week. But what they did was help kind of cover up things on the back end, because there were a couple of instances where the pressure that got to Patrick Mahomes was clearly coverage-related. Because there was even a couple of plays where I was kind of counting in my head, the old 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, and I was getting to 3 and 4 seconds before the Bills were getting to Mahomes and finally getting him on the ground. You got to credit coverage with that.
Yeah.
And I got to say, going into the game, I was resolutely concerned that the Bills did not have enough guys in their secondary, and not many teams do, to cover all those weapons, because they go 4, sometimes 5 deep. And I challenge you to find a roster in the league that can go that deep with their defensive backcourt. So I felt the pass rush had to help the coverage, but they were really kind of symbiotic in their effort last night.